Welcome back to Rock Hill, South Carolina for the 2020 United States Disc Golf Championships. I am Ian Anderson. That's Philo sitting next to me. How's it going, Philo?
All good, man.
Got a rock. Yeah, sweet lead card today, man.
Absolutely. We saw some low scores for the first round of United States Disc Golf Championship round one. Anthony Barela leading the way with a 13 down. It's got to be a course record starting, not course record, but hot round in the history of USDGC. But he's right, followed up by Paul McBeth, Eagle McMahon, and a couple of 10-unders with Isaac Robinson. And on the chase card, Chris Dickerson's right there, too.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Isaac's a new face for me. Excited to watch him play here, and we're on hole one. Tell us about it, Philo.
Hole one is, a little bit sidearm friendly. We used to play down to the bottom of the hill by that tree right there, and, pretty straight off the tee, and now the tee pad is shaped straight and the hole is off to the left, so most guys are choosing the flick. A lot of space up there. There's that big bow rock out there. You're trying to swing it around that and get a nice soft finish by the bucket. Start your day off with a birdie too.
That's the plan. It's not super easy though. AB, I'm reaching for a glow gator, it looks like. Overstable mid-range.
It's got the right shape. See if it sits down over there by the bucket.
And going a little bit long on that one.
Looked a little hot.
Yep. Paul McBeth, he's going to be reaching for a zone here.
We saw him yesterday. Chuck it right into the first available and see if he can make the adjustment round two.
It's leaking a little bit left, Philo.
Yeah, I overcorrected. Yesterday he was inside that big rock and in the tree line over there, and today he kind of tried to hang it out a little bit more, but just didn't have enough overstability to make its drag back to the right.
Yeah, maybe need something a little slower. Or sorry, a little faster. This is a little faster. Eagle's going for an FD3. Very Firebirdie.
I think that's the smart play. There's plenty of space out there to the left. You can almost really press the road with that kind of flexing action.
Mm-hmm.
Eagle's a little inside too. He's going to need some help to punch through all that stuff.
He did. He's down in that bush right by the basket.
That's right. He did kind of punch through there.
Isaac Robinson, he's going for a fireball. So similar class of disc to that FD3 Eagle just threw. A little high.
A bit high out the gate. Caught that low-hanging branch down there about halfway down the fairway, which is 125 feet. So he'll be scrambling to make his par. There you go.
Not a super close putt for par, but maybe a confidence builder if he can make it.
He moves fast.
He does. Very, very fast. That was Paul McBeth just laying up for his par. Smartly done. AB, you can run it coming back up the hill.
Great bid. Right on line. Just a hair low.
Yeah, Eagle close, but dealing with this thing.
Yeah, it's always a little tricky when you got to do these straddle outs and your weight's going the opposite direction you want the putt to go.
And elevated basket uphill even, right?
Yeah, you can see the flags kind of tickling a little bit, so it's not completely calm and still. Great effort. I mean, looked like he caught a lot of chains. Maybe just a hair off center.
Just kind of surfed off the outside. That's a good putt from Isaac, man.
Absolutely. Scrape up his par first hole, maybe get some of those early round jitters out.
I feel like once you make that first one, you get just a little more comfortable in the circle. I don't know if that's true for you or not.
Absolutely, and he hasn't lost a stroke to anybody yet, so, I mean, it'll help calm the nerves if he's got any.
Mm-hmm. Just nice to get that first make and remind yourself how it goes in.
Absolutely.
There's AB dropping in the par. Everybody just taking a 3 on that one. We don't see a ton of birdies on that one, despite the short distance, Philo.
I can't remember what the exact percentage was, but I think it was in the 30-some-odd percent, like a third of the field's getting this hole.
Okay.
Hole 2 sets up great, though, for the righty backhand if you've got the roller. I mean, really, it's a fair hole for both the righty and lefty plays. The righty can kind of push the disc off to the right a little bit, off to the left a little bit off the tee pad and take the big wide gap over the parking lot. the lefty player can kind of finish to the right and take the straight narrow gap on the right side of the fairway, or just kind of play for a straight one and hyzer skip it off the gravel parking lot over there.
Mm-hmm. Anthony Barela. And he's going to turn himself into a lefty player with that forehand.
I like this play. If I could throw my flick that far, I mean, I'd probably do the same thing. Just moving away from danger, setting yourself up for a over safe land throw the whole time.
Sure. Paul McBeth. This looks way up there. 68-mile-an-hour pull out of Paul.
Yeah, he's definitely inside of 300 feet to the target.
And Eagle McMahon reaching for that C-line PD. This is great.
Absolutely blasted that. I mean, he's almost to the parking lot with that. Wow, what a shot.
Isaac Robinson going for his Proton Octane.
I like that space too.
Yeah. All 4 great drives right there.
Absolutely. There you go. AB is looking straight down the tunnel, the right side of the fairway. Just kind of bleed it on the inside of those 2 big mature trees is ideal, and get down and slide. That's really what you want to do.
This has got to be a really straight shot here.
Absolutely.
That parking lot just left of the basket. This is
he put the straight
amazing.
move on it. That's running it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
He's safe. He went a little bit long. There's more space deep than to the left, so
yeah,
he made the right miss.
Paul, I think he's on a buzz here.
He's back over there in the...
He likes that miss, doesn't he?
I guess so. I mean, he's a great putter, and I'm sure he feels like he's got a chance from anywhere, but, I mean, he's throwing to the obstructed side of the basket.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got so much control, and, you know, he's one of the best players ever. You'd think he'd be a little bit more aggressive to the basket.
Mm-hmm. Eagle going long as well, but not as bad as AB. Speaking of him, here is his look at a birdie.
Yeah, he blasted that one 40 deep. Got a little extra work.
AB problems.
Tried to do a little step through putt and never really got the disc on chain height.
I wonder if he had ceiling issues with that tree right there.
Maybe.
Eagle also looking at a bird.
That's the right height. Dead square center in the basket.
Good looking putt early from Eagle. Bodes well. There is Paul.
Now he's got a little bit of a straddle. Yesterday he was kind of normal stance, and now the mozzarella sticks are playing games with him. Yep, those wooden poles got in his way. Made things a bit more challenging than he was looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's making that 95 out of 100 otherwise. Maybe more.
From that distance, for sure, you're expecting 98%.
Mm-hmm. There's AB cleaning up the par nicely. And Isaac with the absolute park job. Played a little fast. I think our cam ops missed that one, but heck of a shot.
Early birdies, try to establish a rhythm, get a little comfort under your belt, start to calm the nerves and settle in for this long second round.
Great putt by the
bird. If there were
bird.
tape on the pole, that would have hit the tape.
I'm with you, man. And we're on to hole 3. Such a fun hole to throw.
Absolutely. It's downhill, if you're the righty backhand, you're trying to play that tree line there on the right side and come in right over the top of this little depression right here that the camera's flying past and just hit the ground, a little bit of a bounce and skip into the basket, maybe circle's edge, throw something mid-rangey, you shouldn't have any problem staying in bounds.
Yeah, I was watching some WNC coverage, and they're throwing like high 40s and still getting to the pin, so it's very gettable. Eagle going with that P3X.
Yeah, he took a very straight line at this the other day. It looks like he's lining up the same shot. That looks a lot better than round 1.
It does.
That might hit the basket.
Ooh.
Excellent effort there by Eagle.
What a toss. Isaac. Reaching for an electron entropy.
That's the play that I like to see when you're the righty backhand. Just keep the disc over safe land. You can see what I'm saying about the finish once it
Mhm.
hits the ground. Losing all steam.
Yeah, with those mid-ranges and putters.
Absolutely. I've seen guys try to take driver to this, and they throw the disc in the right spot, but they just don't get the finish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it gets a little bit long and slidey, and that big rim just doesn't want to settle down on this thin-cut grass.
Paul's going even more in that direction, throwing a putter here with the Luna.
Get a little push and a slide. There you go. He's inside circle 1.
Yeah, that's fine for him. And here is that putt for a 2. Got to get that foot wiggle in. Perfect. But that's what you expect out of that guy.
Yeah, he doesn't leave too much out there when
Nope.
it comes on the putting green.
AB looking to get going as well.
Hard splash out on the strong side. He can't believe it. Feels like those putts are a little too close to miss.
Yeah. Needed that one to get going there. Eagle also looking for a birdie. Back to back even.
Nicely done.
Yep. And Isaac had a beautiful drive. Should be coming along here to drop in his birdie.
Looks like that's right on the bullseye line. I mean, that's a stress-free, no-brainer putt right there. That's what you're looking for on the USDGC Winthrop Gold course. You know, just keep your stress levels down. The less you have to putt. You know, I feel like the more successful you should be at this track. You know, this place really sets up for the thrower. Keep your disc, you know, inbounds. Keep them close on the basket. Hardly have to use your putter would be ideal day here at Winthrop.
Like that was Anthony Barela's day yesterday, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was inside circle 1 all day long, you know.
Looking at hole 4.
Yeah, you know, this hole you can attack it a few different ways. You know, you could play a layup right to about where the camera just stopped right there with a mid-range or, you know, pretty neutral fairway driver. You don't really want to see it fade out too much. I've seen guys attack this hole with the roller. I've seen guys attack this hole with the sidearm. It's really about getting in position, you know. You don't want to come up short of the Mandy tree, then there's really no way you're going to make birdie 3 without a miracle.
Yeah. And we saw Paul go long is the other problem you can run into on this one.
Absolutely. It's a touchy shot off the tee.
Yeah. Eagle going for it with that FD3. That one got right. He's kind of sitting down in the depression. Isaac Robinson up next. Going for a Proton Trace.
It's got some heat on it. It's got the right shape, though. Actually, that's a really good shot. That's
Yeah.
not bad from there.
Mm-hmm.
You can work with that.
McBeth.
Really trying to get inside, and he does, but ooh.
That was a
Wow,
great kickback.
that was a great brick. Yeah, great tree to slow him down there and keep him in the fairway.
AB with the Halo Destroyer.
Oh, I saw what he was going for, but he just drug it through the zone a little bit too wide and whacks one of those trees in the middle.
A couple feet right, and that is amazing.
Absolutely. He would have got a great skip, and he'd be past where Eagle is, looking down at the basket.
Yep. Eagle's going to try and make it all the way around the corner, but I don't think this is honestly possible to get even close to parked from where he is.
No, you can't get parked, but you can leave yourself with a 50 or 60 footer and take a soft bit at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's enough room back there past the basket that, you know, you can take a safe run without overstressing yourself if you miss.
Yep. Isaac with a little bit better approach there, a little farther down the fairway, making the angle more favorable. McBeth.
That's prime time position right there. You'd expect to see this get tight to the basket, and he just hangs it out a little wide. Yesterday he made the mistake a little tight and ended up on the right side, and now he's on the left side.
I'm looking at AB's third shot.
Also, all right, that kind of finished out there. It's not in a bad place.
Yeah.
Just got to connect with his putter now.
You could probably give this one a half go for the birdie.
I think it's a full go, but just not full speed.
There. Well put.
There you go. Ooh.
Oh.
Looked very similar to James Conrad's
It
style
did,
putt the other
yeah.
day. You know, nice and slow, a little turnover, try to stall it out right in the chains.
Isaac with his birdie bid. No, just doesn't want
He
it.
wanted nothing to do with that, apparently.
All right.
I think he's just inside the circle. They are inside the circle, but
He might have been slightly out, if anything. But yeah,
I mean, he was right there, and he just decided he wanted nothing to do with that putt.
Paul, he wants this putt.
He's running all the putts.
Yes, he is.
Just like yesterday. And this one's for birdie, though. Yesterday he saved his par
Mm-hmm.
from over here on the right side with the straddle out. Now he's on the left side, straddling out, and makes his birdie 3.
Well done there. Anthony Barela, going to look to clean up the par here. Getting razzed by the tree.
Wow.
That one hurt, man.
Well, some early round jitters for AB to start here in round 2. I mean, he's had some opportunities to get some scores. I mean, he threw a really nice drive on 1, had that uphill putt. A really nice drive on 2 and blew past the basket. Was basically 6 paces from the basket on hole 3 and missed a putt. And
Yeah.
here he is picking up a bogey on hole 4. He's got to turn it around here quickly if he wants to stay in this battle.
This is a tough hole to get a birdie on, though, Philo.
Well, this hole's, it looks more difficult than it is.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? There's a lot of land out there to keep the disc safe, and then you got to get yourself in position right around this area here in that 385, 400 range. And all of us have the ability to make this throw happen. It's just about staying calm, aiming small and missing small. There's a lot of land to work with. You know, there's no reason to get all tight and nervous. They've got great sidearm plays. They can push way up the fairway 2 shots in a row and even cross with a flick if they wanted to.
Yeah. It's less scary than it looks to my AM eyes. Paul McBeth ripping that sidearm out there.
Little bit early. I think he'd like to be a little bit further down the bowl,
I think you're right.
you know, but he can still make it work from there.
Eagle McMahon going Cloudbreaker.
That looks a bit better. Press the water line a little bit. You still got 80 feet of land to work with
Yeah.
before you get to the water, so just looks deceiving. It's a visual deception out there off the tee pad.
Yeah, kind of that false summit.
I love this play.
Yeah, neutron reactor from Isaac.
I love this play. That's the way I attack this hole. I'll just bang a nice stable rock, bleed it over, fire it at those 2 trees, and just know it's going to drop out of the sky. Well done.
Center cut. Halo Destroyer out of Anthony Barela. Boom sauce.
Beautiful. That'll be in prime time position as well.
Mm-hmm.
Threw it out there, longest drive of the group.
Yep, 415. Thanks to our friends at Bushnell for that. Paul taking the hyzer line here on the second shot.
Yeah, he's trying to get it to push, and he didn't get the air underneath the disc, and he's going to catch one of those guardian trees out there on the right side of the fairway, and he's going to have a difficult shot to cross from there.
Isaac looking to get in position for his crossing shot.
I like this play, too. Very, very nice, sir.
Yeah, 2 great throws.
Absolutely.
Eagles going with an FD3 for his second shot here.
A little bit wider than he wanted. You know, he could have
Mhm.
taken a backhand putter and just thrown it 85 feet past that big tree you guys see there in the middle of your screen.
Yeah.
And been closer to the water, not really stress himself out, have a really easy flick across the water, but he chose to go sidearm and avoid the water.
Yeah. There's AB with the
Have
other
a little
approach.
bit more, yeah, exactly. He'll have a little bit more distance to carry.
And
Now
Paul.
here's Paul. He's at about 4 1/4 from there. And he didn't turn the disc over enough from my view here, and that's going to need to sit in a hurry. And he's trickling OB, so he's going to take the walk around the corner of the lake and be putting for 5 from over there.
Yep. Eagle going to that luxury of a forehand he has.
Yeah, he's got some room to work with over there. He's got to hang it out over the water a little bit, but he's got enough speed. He can carry that relatively comfortably. It's just about the angle and how much spike is he going to put on it and the finish of the disc. That's what's really important, is how is it going to finish.
Getting it over there. Here is Anthony Barela. Thinking about this water shot. Needs to get this round going in a hurry.
I like the look of that.
Kind of like Paul's needs to get down.
That's perfect.
Oh, he's fine.
Well within circle one, maybe 2 steps off the bullseye. I think that'll be the putt that gets him back to level right here.
I think so. Isaac.
That's got to drop like a ton of bricks.
Come on. Nestle. Nestle. Ooh. Okay.
There you go. It looks like he threw a bit of a slower disc, so he didn't get the big finishy.
I think you're right, yeah. Luxury of being in better position farther down the fairway, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't have to throw something so fast and overstable.
Paul's looking to save par right here.
That's an uncharacteristic mix.
Yeah. He's usually good at those tourniquet putts. They don't come often.
They do not.
Ooh, sneaking it over the rim.
Hey, this guy's moving quick, you know. He's made up his mind. He's playing at a certain pace and not giving himself too much time to overthink anything.
Mm-hmm. And he's sitting on 3 down on the round right now.
That's a great start. Anytime you get 3 down through 5 holes, you're feeling pretty good about things out here.
Absolutely. Nice to see Anthony Barela hit a putt right there, getting him back to even on the round. Neil, there's a birdie from him. And Paul will come along and drop in a bogey here. Losing 2 strokes to the card.
Yes. You're not too happy about that. And you can see from that reaction on his face and the body language, he knows he's given up 2 strokes there. Not perfect, but good.
That's how it works.
Yes, sir.
On to the beach. Hole 6.
Hole 6, yeah. Most of these guys, you would imagine they're going to throw something really, really straight, kind of on the line of where this golf bag is out here, that golf cart. Kind of push the line out there to the wide side and then just overstable skip and finish into the beach would be ideal. There's really no need to play it super tight on the inside. And I think that's the play that Eagles made up his mind he wants to do, though. He's throwing something a little bit straighter, not so overstable, so the finish will be less.
Yeah, he's throwing a Color Glow MD3, which is a really
look how
straight
much
flying
angle
disc.
he's putting on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like a stand-up hyzer flip almost, and right inside the circle, so he's not even thinking about pressing the beach. You know what I mean? He's willing to take the putt.
Isaac?
That's the line that gets scary. And luckily for him, he caught some of those hanging limbs and slowed him down, because that would have been a little scary entering towards the green area.
AB? That's wide.
It is, but he's gone overstable, and that gets a good, just not enough angle.
Yeah. McBeth looking to come back from that bogey.
He's got a shot that's similar to AB with a bit more angle, and not AB, excuse me, Eagle. He's about 10 feet inside of him.
Yeah. Now here's where Isaac ended up. Could give it a run from this angle, honestly.
Absolutely. He's got plenty of space past the basket. He does give it a run. Just a little bit short, a little shy of making a great scramble-ish style birdie too.
Yeah. Anthony's going to try and save par from the drop zone right here.
Yeah, this is about 48 feet. Good line. I mean, it's a tough putt to really put a lot of air under that one.
Eagle looking for the birdie.
Wonder if he was thinking about the water past
He
the
doesn't
basket
usually miss
there.
him low. He just doesn't usually miss, actually. Paul?
That's more like Paul McBeth there.
There he is. Getting that stroke back he lost on the last hole.
Birdie after bogey stat. Super important. Get back into your rhythm. Get back into your game plan. You know, stop the bleeding. Stop the hemorrhaging.
You got to smash that snowball while it's small.
Yep.
That bogey snowball. Don't want it. Eagle dropping in his par. And here is that solo bird out of Paul. I feel like it's one of the easier holes on the course, Philo. Am I wrong on that one?
No, I would say it's not the most difficult shot. I mean, there's plenty of space to work with. There's really one big mistake to make, and that's yank the disc. If you throw it straight, you should stay on fair ground, you know what I mean, and give yourself a look. It's not the longest hole.
Yeah.
Similar to this one. I mean, hole 7, it's measuring in 284. It's 250 feet roughly to the, the mouth there, to the Triple Mandy. It doesn't mean you have to throw it super hard. You just need to shape your shot correctly and trust your disc. Usually guys pull the line when they're trying to really pipe the line through the Triple Mando, and then they kind of tug it and the disc drifts a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to stay nice and calm. Think about how much speed you need to go the distance and shape your shot.
Paul with the Luna, leaking left.
Yeah.
Not too far left, though.
It's not the worst mistake. I mean, he hit the wall, rather, and he can save his 3 from there.
We were talking about this yesterday. That's kind of your play, right? That mild hyzer.
Yeah, I'm playing at that high right corner for me.
Mm-hmm.
You saw Eagle going for that high left corner and just didn't finish like he did yesterday. But the right idea, it's a safe play.
Isaac's throwing an Envy, a putter.
He was trying to go for that hyzer flip over and didn't aim center enough.
Yep.
If you watched James Conrad do it the other day, it was from his hand on the line of the basket the whole time.
The whole time. It was perfect. Anthony? ABR X3, I want to guess.
He just never committed to it.
Mm-mm.
His disc never got on the line of the opening. Nor did he shape his swing for it to kind of drag back. So he's going to be going to the drop zone. And a really rough start here for AB.
Yep. Going a little bit long on his 3 attempt. He'll have a comebacker for the 4. This is Paul trying to throw in a miraculous 2. Wow.
Good effort. Yeah. Good effort. Not the easiest play. There's no guarantees with that. That's maybe a 20% play, if anything.
Yeah.
15% play.
Isaac, similar deal. A little less aggressive, though, just playing for the par.
Yeah, he's playing smart.
And Eagle has an opportunity to make the 2 here.
Yeah, he's putting from about 48 feet, 50 feet, just inside circle 2. Glances off the yellow chastity belt.
Good bid.
Absolutely. There's a good putt by AB. He hasn't really made many of those yet today, and he's got to get something going here.
Yep. That's a lot of red on his scorecard.
A lot. Definitely not what any of us want to see. I'm sure he's going through a roller coaster emotionally right now.
Yeah, after going, I think, bogey-free yesterday.
Yeah, he had a clean scorecard, no big errors, and here we are earlier in round 2, and 3 bogeys and 4 holes, and that's making it a little easier for these guys on the lead card to kind of separate themselves. And, he wants to stay in the battle. He's got to turn it around quickly here.
Yep. Not to be overlooked on the chase card is Chris Dickerson, Philo.
And, I hear he's starting off real hot today, so he's got to get something going here. He's got to calm his nerves, settle in.
He'll get it going for sure. All right, hole 8. Oh, this is a pretty tough par 4 to get it going on, Philo.
Absolutely. This one's just under 700 feet, but it's not the distance that makes the hole difficult. It's the shape of the shot required to get to the green on the second shot. Anybody can get into position off the tee. That's not the hard part. The second part is navigating this tunnel, getting a good skip, missing all these late trees and stumps and whatnot, and then the undulation of the green. If you come in super hot with that sidearm, and you aim up onto the hill with the finish, it's usually going to hit and turn around and come back down. So that's the big challenge, is getting close.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Paul with a real early tree. That's
super uncharacteristic.
Yeah. That's almost...
almost first available.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely not making 3 from there.
No, that is out of the question.
Nobody's making 3
No, they are not. Eagles gone Cloudbreaker right here. Just throw out that glidey hyzer he's been ripping over there.
Got a ton of space out there. The fairway is very generous this year.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And kind of finishing a little right to set up that forehand second shot.
Absolutely. The further right you go, as long as you're not in bad footing, the further up the hill you go, the more awkward it is.
Mm-hmm.
But just, a quarter of the way up that hill that you see out there to the right in the sunlight, perfect position. Then you can use gravity. The window gets bigger. all things kind of work in your favor when you get out there into the sunlight.
That'll work.
AB's a little bit short, but still not bad.
Mm-hmm. Paul, his second shot. I believe this is an onyx.
I was a little confused by this play when I saw it. Not really sure what he was going for there.
Yeah, I don't know how that was eventually going to work. This is pretty.
Wow. What a shot.
Look at the late turn on that thing, Philo.
Beautiful. Great execution.
Easy par from there. Outside chance at a birdie. AB looking to get in position for one of those, though. That's high.
Yeah, right out the gate, you can see the nose started to lift, and it's a low ceiling. You really want to push it low. Pretty much skip about 45 feet past that spotter there and just get that big finish to the right.
Eagle, FD3.
This looks more like the right action, but does he have the right speed?
Wow.
Yes, he does.
Cool shot.
That's exactly the way I would want to draw it up.
Here's where Paul ended up after his second, looking at his third. I found a little window off to the right there.
That's incredible.
Wow.
The touch required for that shot is very high.
Yeah, that slope of the green there with the backhand.
Absolutely.
Looking at Anthony's third.
Take a little half stab at it, maybe. Ooh.
Would have been fun if that kicked in.
That would have been so cool. Isaac kind of doing the same thing, challenging the mozzarella sticks, and have a little work left there.
I'm waiting for a putt that goes off the mozzarella sticks and in.
Eventually it's going to happen.
Right? It's got to. Eagle for a stroke on the card. Eagle.
And he hits the band again. Opportunity missed for Eagle McMahon.
But at least the consolation prize is a par, not a bogey.
Absolutely.
On his missed putts.
Isaac making quick work of that putt, scraping up his par, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Paul McBeth will be next to play. He'll be doing the same thing.
Good par from off that drive.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of guys make five, ending up off the tee early, and it's easy to do when you kind of get out of position and then you try to force the issue and end up somewhere you're not comfortable with and have a weird stance or a bunch of stuff in your face, and he's just one of the best all around at anything, any category you can bring up,
You're not wrong, sir.
He's not going to take too many bogeys, typically.
Hole 9. A lot of talk about here with this island
Yeah,
green.
they changed this whole shape of the hole. Last year, if you guys recall, it was a triple island, and it was like a layup to a layup or a long shot, and then this big area you had to carry to make the island green that was further to the right over by the tennis courts there. And this year, they just stretched out and thinned out the fairway, and the landing zone is a bit further up if you want to push the issue, but most of these guys, they throw far enough. The hole's not even 600 feet. You're thinking 300-foot shots should be completely manageable to make your birdie three. It's just, deciding what side of the fairway do you want to throw your disc off the tee.
Yeah, we've seen people go equally forehand or backhand on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Paul looks to be reaching for the forehand.
I mean, I kind of like the forehand more. It opens up the fairway to you a little bit. When you throw the right side, that OB line on the left starts showing up real quick.
Yeah.
There you go. You really don't need much more than that.
Yeah, with that pro power getting the island from there, not a problem.
300, 3 1/4. You're inside 300 to the basket. I mean, that's got to be pretty standard business for these guys at this point.
Eagles going for a luster FD3.
Following that vapor trail McBeth just laid out there for him, and just passed him there a few steps. Prime time position.
Pretty identical. Isaac.
He's lining up the backhand.
Throwing a reactor here.
Yep, I imagine he's just aiming down that right OB stake line or hazard line. That needs to stand up a bit, and it does.
I think it's a mid-range.
It just looked like he put a lot of angle on it.
Yeah, no, he definitely did, yeah.
Sometimes you get a little nervous when the disc has a lot of angle and there's an OB line.
Oh, yeah. Know those feels.
Full control for Isaac. I mean, that was beautiful.
Halo Destroyer from Anthony.
Uh-oh. AB just tugged this one straight into the tree line, and that's not going to make it back. And he's got to come back a long ways. So
yes, he does.
He's just going to be pitching up to the front, and no.
OB again.
That also finds the LB red, so now he's going to be throwing
5. Yeah. Brutal.
Ugh.
Paul is throwing 2. Already has 3 strokes on AB this hole.
That's got to push. Ooh, lands on the line. Well, that's the worst, the best mistake you could make is to land. If you come up short on this hole, if you don't have speed on the disc, you're not getting onto that island.
No, there's this grabby grass this year.
I think this is a prime example of that right here.
Yep.
Just underthrown, undercommitted. The ground play is not helping you on this hole right now.
Eagle?
Another thing that I kind of noticed about this hole?
What's that?
I think those wood chips there by the basket are kind of unfair.
They're a little fast, huh?
They're a little bit fast, a little
that's
greasy.
interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Everywhere else is grass, and when it hits the grass, it just sticks, and then you see guys throw the disc. It looks like it's coming in nice, and then it hits those wood chips and picks up a little speed.
And
AB just threw that one a little too hard.
throwing 7 right now.
That looks better.
That's it. Okay, good. That's a snowman.
Ugh.
I said that word a lot this tournament, Philo.
It happens.
It
and
does.
Even when the course is set up to score slightly easier this year than it has been in the past, the big numbers can still happen.
Those tin cup opportunities are out there lurking.
They do, and the scariest one of all is hole 17 right at the end of your round.
Yeah, Isaac. Put a good tourniquet putt right there, but he'll be dropping in instead. Paul. This is a birdie. This is strokes on folks right here. The way the rest of the gang's playing this hole.
Getting a handful of them from the leader right now.
Uh-huh. Well, what started as our leader anyway.
Correct. He is not the current leader, but
Yep.
he was the leader coming into the round, and AB just has not shown up round 2.
No.
He's on a bogey streak that's definitely sending him down the ladder quite a ways.
There's Eagle keeping his 1-stroke lead over Paul. They're both very close to Chris Dickerson currently. Might be a couple strokes out in front at this point. There's Anthony with a snowman. And that is...
Double bogey.
double bogey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rough hole for the fellas.
That-
A couple birdies, Eagle and Paul, making it look relatively simple and easy, and unfortunately AB and Isaac getting punished.
Yep. Either goes really well or really bad in that one.
Oh, that's after 9 holes. +6 through 9 for AB. That's a brutal start. He can still turn it around and salvage the day a little bit, but Paul, McBeth, and Eagle keeping the pace.
That they are. All right, guys, that's all we got for part 1. Catch you in part 2.